I'm talking today about how to escape emotional and financial depression. Because when life gives us a condition of lack, limitation, apparent danger, it is very, very common to react to it by shrinking, to react to it by pulling back, by withdrawing, by hiding, protecting, defending. And all of those actions make us ultimately weaker. They make us ultimately smaller. And one of the core patterns, or rather hypnotic wealth spells, is that we should adapt to conditions. There's only one kind of adaptation that's good, and that's evolutionary. And evolutionary, when conditions arise, then the way that we adapt to them is based on how we get stronger, smarter, faster, bigger, better, more abundant, more dynamic, and more complex. But there's another way that we adapt. And that's the way the ego adapts, and that is when things look scary and difficult and hard, we adapt to the limited condition. Evolution does not adapt to the limited condition. It finds a way to get stronger as a result. It finds a way to grow another wing. It finds a way to grow more legs. It finds a way to go from the water to the land. It finds a way to become the kind of creature that can get the food, that can survive and thrive in whatever climate it's in. Evolution is about discovering and tapping into more power, more strength, more capacity, more ability. That's the kind of adaptation you want to do. But the kind of adaptation the ego does, which is all about just preserving and protecting what it is now, which is the opposite of growth, is that it shrinks. It shrinks to fit. It holds itself up. And when you, on the other side of that experience, you're smaller, you're weaker, your channels have less capacity to circulate the vital life force and intelligence, and you are able to create less, you are able to manifest less, you have less power, less trust, less confidence. It's a downward spiral. It's not evolution, it's devolution. So you do not want to devolve during a time of crisis or challenge. As I've been saying, if the weight is too heavy, you don't pray to make it lighter. You pray to get stronger, and you do reps. You dig deep into the dark soil of your soul. You activate the deep latent capacities and potentials. And in that case, you tap into deep reservoirs of potential, deep reservoirs of substance, deep reservoirs of wisdom, that silent stream that is always running beneath the surface of appearances. And so the way to escape an emotional and financial depression is, first of all, you do not react to what's outside of you. You do not let some outer power be over you, but recognize that all power is within you. And you follow the truth principles that I've been talking about and many people have taught throughout history, and they've almost always come during times of crisis, to get stronger, to build up your faith, to build up your confidence, to build up your consciousness, to begin to talk to yourself about life and about yourself and about the possibilities in a way that is in alignment with the truth principles. The truth is, life is still magnificent. Life experience may be shaky right now, and at times in our life it looks very shaky. The bank account goes down, the body goes down, business goes down, but life itself has not changed. Life itself is alive and awake and aware and fully expressing, and it's right where you are. Infinite power, infinite abundance, infinite joy, infinite peace, infinite wisdom, innovations, masterpieces, real evolutionary ideas of progress. All of this is planted in that seed of potential and purpose in the soil of your soul. And so when the world is seemingly crashing down around you or closing in on you and your back is against the wall, that is not merely a setback, it is a setup for a much bigger comeback. I'm telling you what I know for sure. And I want to give you this free book, The 5 Hypnotic Wealth Spells. Just click on the link above and learn what are these hypnotic wealth spells that you've been hypnotized by. Many of us have, and there's many more beyond that, but I'd have to write an entire encyclopedia. But these are the ones that matter most right now. You have to snap out of them. You have to wake up, because we've been hypnotized. And when you're hypnotized, you see things that aren't there, like the person running around on stage chasing the white poodle, or cowering in fear from the snakes, which are really just a potted plant they've been hypnotized to believe are snakes. Right? You've been hypnotized to see things that aren't there. And you've also been hypnotized to be blind to the opportunity and the potential that is there. You are surrounded by abundance. You are enveloped in light and life and love and wisdom and intelligence. It's what Jesus said when they're like, when's heaven going to come? And he's like, it's not going to come. It's not going to come through observation with your eyes and your ears. It will not be lo here or lo there. Behold, the kingdom of heaven is at hand now. It is in the midst of you now. It is within you now. And he's talking about the realm of infinite possibilities, the realm of perfect patterns of potential, or what Plato called in the allegory of the cave, the realm of perfect forms that we now call the Platonic forms. Within you, there is a perfect pattern of infinite purpose and potential. It has not been diminished or diseased or in any way blocked or delayed or hindered by conditions, and it never can be. And we are being called now to turn in and to turn on that divine power plant, to open up to that storehouse of riches within us, that transforming knowledge that you came to deliver, those gifts that you came to bring, that consciousness of power and confidence, self-esteem and self-worth that the world can never give you, and so the world can never take it away. I know I'm very passionate here. I hope that's okay. I hope I'm getting you psyched up, and I'm not saying there's not very challenging appearances. So as masters or students on the path of mastery, we have to be able to hold both and not be taken down, but indeed hold the darkness and the light as the two polarities that create a circuit of life. The dark soil and the sunlight. They are two polarities, the positive and the negative. We don't react and try to run away from the quote unquote negative, and we don't glom onto and become overly attached to the quote unquote positive. We don't get taken down or taken off by any appearance in the world. Instead, we let it take us within. We do our inner work. We ask more beautiful questions. Who and what am I really? Why am I alive? What's really inside of me trying to emerge? Who do I need to become to be the light, to be the change that I want to see in the world? Use me, life. Use me, love. Make me a better instrument of life and of love and of peace and of joy and of abundance and truth. What is life up to, Esme? What is the divine idea and vision for my life? If I was guaranteed success, who would I be? How would I show up? What would I do? What would I begin to create? How do we escape emotional and financial depression? We escape from the world of conditions and appearances that have been telling a story and that we've been telling a story about, that has separated us from our source, that has made us believe we're victims, that has created a simulation in the mind and a storyline that says, I'm a separate being that was born on such a date, I'm going to age, diminish, disease, and die on another date, and probably sooner than later based on conditions, and we've created a story. But you're not your story. You are not your story. You are not the content of your mind. You are not at the whim or effect of conditions. You are cause. Your consciousness is cause. And even if you don't see the results immediately, you want to keep digging those roots, because there are certain patterns, certain seeds that need to dig their roots deeply and broadly before they break through the surface. But the deep roots produce rich fruits. Now is a time to lay deep roots. Now is a time to develop yourself, to develop your life's work, to develop your mountaintop mindset while we're in the seeming valley. That's how you escape an economic or financial depression, because you will be at the forefront. You will have developed such rich mindset and heart set and intellect and capacity and skill and expanded awareness. You will be a voice of reason and a voice of compassion Your tribe will find you because you are aligned to them and you are on the right station where the broadcast is really playing all the time. Understand that there's two ways we get depressed. One is we're not expressed and we literally repress our creative energy and it stagnates. It becomes depressed. And as a result of that, life's not flowing through us mentally and emotionally and ultimately even physically. And so we feel depressed. And so the best way to alleviate that is be more expressed. As I'm saying, ask, what is my vision? What is my dream? What is my opportunity here? Who do I need to become? What is being called forth from me to begin to do? And start creating. Write that book. Create that program. Give those talks. Go on Facebook Live every day. And the other way is expressing your love. Expressing service. One of the fastest ways out of depression is to be of service. Take your attention off of yourself. We get depressed because all of our attention goes inward and we begin to just be locked in that storyline in a perpetual loop, a downward spiral, a failure pattern. Take your attention off. How can I serve today? Who can I give some words of cheer, some words of love and hope? Get on Facebook, write an article, post a blog, put some nice pictures, tell some jokes, love your kids, your wife, your husband, your friends, your family, throw a virtual dance party. Be expressed, be of service, and that alleviates almost all depression. Now, another reason we have depression is that we've released something. We've let go of something. And in place of that, there is literally a depression. There's an emptiness. And that's okay. That kind of depression is really more about grieving. And we don't want to try to fill it up really fast. We want to let the grieving process happen. In that depression, there is an energy of moving, an energy in motion or emotion, trying to move through and clear out the dust and the debris of old thought patterns, old storylines, the old structures that no longer support are crumbling and breaking down. There may be some chemicalization in the body, some feeling of not feeling good physically or emotionally, agitated, depression. And that's a natural process. What one of my mentors, Michael Beckwith, calls afterglow. You've had an insight, you've had a breakthrough, you've done some work, you've been praying hard or meditating, and now something is broken down and it's releasing. And there's a depression. Let yourself grieve. And then, as soon as you're able, put your attention on being creative, being more expressed, being more of service. Take care of yourself, get rest, feel your feelings, let them move through you, don't indulge and go down with them. And then as soon as you're able, put your attention on creating, on serving, on vision, on mission. And if you're willing to do that process and follow what I'm talking about here, you will escape that downward spiral of depression, economically and emotionally. And you will set yourself up and lay the platform to thrive now and long term, because there will be great boom times again. Some of the greatest fortunes were made during times of great recessions and depressions and calamities. And I don't mean that opportunistically. I mean that about real opportunity. And that comes from being of real service. And when you're of real service, you are more expressed, you are not depressed, and you begin to gain and reap the benefits of that. You build real tribe, real intimacy, real trust, real loyal fans and audience and viewers, and you build real community. You build the beloved community. And now more than ever, we need to build community. Community breeds immunity. And in community, there's a common unity. And in community and common unity, we have an agreement around what's possible. And where two or three are gathered together in agreement of the higher nature and potential of life, it manifests. And so join me in this mission and in this movement in human consciousness to support the emergence of a world that works for the highest good of all and the life of your dreams finally unfolding.